Hey everybody, Frank Chen here with REIClub.com, the only site you'll need as a real estate investor. Today's quick video, we're going to be talking about investing in student housing. Now, like in all my videos, I cover everything that I talk about in the description below, so you simply click the show more button and you can follow right along. Now let's go and get started. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, college student enrollment is expected to continue to increase through 2019. Now, as long as there are colleges and universities, there's going to be a need for student housing. Now, if you already live in a college town or near a university, a rental property for college students may be the perfect investment for you. Now, if you have kids of your own who are about to go to college or who are already in college, then I highly recommend that you look into investing in a home, maybe a condo or even a townhouse. Why pay rents to someone else when you can be applying that maybe towards a mortgage, and eventually you can rent this property out to make money on the cash flow and the appreciation, okay? Some ways to think about this. Now, the first thing I really want to talk about is choosing a location. Where are good places to find properties to rent to students? Now, you want to focus on college towns where the university is the city. What I mean by that is using University of Texas as an example. I'm from Austin. It's in the center of Austin. Everything revolves around the university, okay? We actually have a huge private sector for residential type properties that are dedicated to student housing. We have two main huge regions, okay? So you can kind of look for schools that are like that. Now, you also want to do your market research. Is there high construction going on? Are there growing listings? Are there a lot of for sale signs? Are there not? You kind of just want to gauge the growth of the area. If there's high vacancies, you kind of maybe want to steer away from those, just kind of avoid that hassle, okay? Another thing is too, are rents on the rise? Kind of figure out how often are rents being raised and by how much every year. You want to figure out how much land values are increasing every year, so you can find out appreciation. These are very important numbers. Now, additional research has proven that the southeastern and southwestern regions, or just the South in general, have higher enrollment than, say, the northeastern or northwestern regions, which generally have enrollment caps at their schools, okay? Now, what you're looking for in the South regions or areas of popularity are look for schools with low bed to student ratios, which forces students off campus to find housing, okay? And you can actually find these types of these statistics at the university registrar's office. Now, you also want to avoid investing in near private universities versus public, because private universities some of them have housing restrictions, meaning their freshmen and sophomores cannot live off of campus, which creates a limiting renters pool for you every year, okay? Next thing is, if you're worried about taking ownership of a property or you don't have the capital to put down, then that's okay. You can actually contact your real estate investment trusts that actually focus on student housing in those areas, and ask if you can become a shareholder, maybe a private lender, and actually make money off the dividend yield. So without having the actual responsibilities of actually ownership, okay? Now, the last thing I want to leave you with is that location can actually mask the property drawbacks. The greater the location, maybe the less amenities you'll need in order to make it appealing, okay? Now, of course, dealing with student housing, you're going to be having to deal with, say, college students, teenagers. So some of these may have never lived on their own before. So you may want to consider co-signing with their parent for liability purposes. You also want to keep it very, very professional. You are dealing with younger people, so you are not their parent. Keep things very professional, have everything in writing, the signed agreements, the leases, everything needs to be documented. You also want to be very clear and concise about every detail. Don't leave anything up to common sense. You would be surprised how uncommon it is. You also want to show them simple things like how to work a thermostat or changing air conditioning filters, trash days, important dates, okay? Be very clear about rents, when they're due, and their responsibilities as tenants. Suggest a house master. What that is one person who collects rents from everybody, and that one person is the only person who deals with the landlord. It'll make things much easier on you. You also want to go over lease expiration dates, renewal periods, renewal procedures, and of course, the house party discussion. Whether you're okay with it or not, that's going to happen regardless. So the best way to protect yourself is to charge higher security deposits and simply just list in the lease agreement for why you're doing this, okay? It's a deposit. They have the chance to get it back, okay? House parties, of course, maybe not. And kind of a last pro tip I want to leave you with is you can actually adjust your rent considering extra maintenance. You're going to have to probably repaint that house, replace the carpet, hire a cleaning crew. So go ahead and just incorporate those costs into rent throughout the year, so when they decide to move out at the end, you kind of alleviate those costs, okay? Now, last section I want to talk about is investing as a parent. If you do have a kid, consider co-signing, have them name on the agreement. And of course, you can buy using an FHA loan as long as your credit's in good standing and you have the cash to back it up. Okay. The reason why is, not only are you an awesome parent, but you're also not, giving your kid not having to deal with, the dorm life. I've never lived in the dorm. I think I turned out just fine. I do real estate now, and the owner child now, your child can benefit from building a credit history, having a place to live, and potentially assuming the responsibilities of being a landlord to their roommates. Not a lot of people know this about me, but that's kind of how I got my start. I built my credit that way, and I used that credit to help buy my first property that I'm renting out now. Now, the student housing market provides excellent rent return on your investment. And, a home that may rent for $1,000 a month for a single family in its entirety could be rented by the room for nearly twice that. The rapid growth of university enrollments in the United States has honestly bolstered the occupancy around the nation. And with heightened demand from the economic situation we're in now, it asks for advanced skills and knowledge, and so more high school graduates are attending full-time colleges, people who have graduated going back for their advanced degree. So there's a lot of opportunity here. Now again, guys, this is Frank Chen with REIClub.com. Do me a favor, leave comments below about what you thought about this video. Click the like button because it really does help us out. But more importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep you informed when brand new videos are posted every week. As usual, thank you so much for your time, your continued support, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, good investing, and bye-bye.